Welcome back to CLE Weekend. You know, there's a common problem among women and men, and it's maybe not talked about as much because it's kind of hard to accept. Hair loss. You know, the percentage of hair loss, it increases 10% every decade. So here to talk a little bit more about hair loss from Apex Skin is aesthetic nurse practitioner Nicholas Pinito. Thank you so much, Nick, for coming on.
Of course, thanks for having me.
So hair loss, it is something that a lot of people do go through. I want to talk a little bit more specifically, though, about women.
Yeah.
What are some of the common, occurrences when we do have this hair loss problems?
Yeah, absolutely. So the one thing with hair loss is there are just a multitude of things that could cause it. So whether it be something as simple as like a medication that's just making the hair fall out, it could be hormonal changes, especially, when you're premenopausal, perimenopausal, postmenopausal, or pregnant.
Yeah.
Thyroid problems, another big one with just different hormone changes. Another thing that could cause it is just medical conditions. So things like autoimmune diseases, that's kind of the biggest one that'll make the hair fall out.
Yeah.
But basically, there's a lot of different things that could cause the hair to start thinning and fall out.
Well, it's hard postpartum. I've had 2 babies, right?
Yeah.
2 little boys. And you have the most amazing, beautiful hair when you're pregnant. It's like, this is great. And then you go through a few months after that postpartum hair loss. And it is very hard to kind of accept this. What is the best, first thing to do when you start to notice, I got some hair loss?
Yes. So if you're noticing that your hair is thinning or falling out, the first thing is it bothering you? If it's causing stress, if it's bothering you, definitely get seen by a medical provider. Stress can just exacerbate this problem, right?
Yeah.
So, and checking out a dermatology office is probably the best place to start. Talking with a licensed medical provider and kind of figuring out, hey, what is the reason? There's all these different reasons.
Yeah.
So what is the underlying reason this is happening? And then we can kind of work from there.
So in terms of hair loss, does it mean it's gone forever, or we could get the hair back?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to depend on, the type of hair loss that you're having.
Okay.
There are certain types of hair loss that very easy fix. For an example would be like a medication. If you're taking a medication, it's causing the hair to fall out, you can stop the medication, or we can change the medication, and obviously you'll see that hair come back. If it's something like alopecia or male pattern baldness or female pattern baldness, these things that are more hormonal, this is when I would recommend doing a treatment.
Okay.
Doing a treatment plan. We specifically like to use PRP, or platelet-rich plasma, which is drawing the blood, then spinning off the growth factors and just using the platelets of the blood and injecting that into the scalp.
Wow.
Now, the platelets are the part of the blood that are very regenerative. They restore our tissues, so they'll help restore these follicles. And when hair loss is hormonal, the quicker you start, the better the results are going to be. So when you kind of are starting to notice it, be proactive. Go get seen, because if we can nip it, in the bud in the beginning, it's going to help a lot.
I think that's a good point, right? So you don't want to sit around and kind of think about it and stress and be like, am I noticing this? Taking pictures. Go ahead and put a plan into place. And that plan starts with, coming to Apex Skin and kind of talking about what the options are that we can do. Now, anything we could do at home, maybe in our daily routine?
Yes, absolutely. So the first thing I'd recommend is Nutrafol. It is like a nutraceutical, so it's not a prescription drug. It's just a bunch of vitamins, basically. And these vitamins, and there's collagen in there, they're just the, think of it as the all-in-one pill to optimize hair growth.
Okay.
It's, you just take it once a day, and there's really, really good evidence in literature backing Nutrafol.
And where do you get this then?
So you can absolutely get it on Apex's website.
Perfect.
Yes, our website, apexskin.com, sells the Nutrafol. Again, I still would recommend being seen by a provider before.
I was going to say that would make, I'm thinking about someone like myself. That would make me most comfortable, kind of an action plan.
Yes.
And coming in, and you guys do that. And it's really easy to get a hold of you guys to kind of put this into place.
Yeah, absolutely. So apexskin.com is our website. We do same-day appointments at Apex. We have a lot of different locations across all of Northeast Ohio. So getting an appointment is rather easy, as opposed to, the normal landscape of dermatology where you have to wait sometimes months to see a dermatologist. At Apex, it's not like that.
So someone, again, who may just be, watching, thinking, oh, hair loss, I maybe have had this. please just reassure them that like you can make an appointment, come in, talk about this, and go through again a plan of action with them, and that like it's gonna get better.
Yes, absolutely. Hair loss, not just for men but for women. There was a study done that like 1 in 2 women will experience some sort of hair loss throughout their life.
Yeah.
So it's very, very common. And what I see in clinical practice is people they don't think that it is. They think they're 1 in a million,
Yeah.
and that's just never the case. So book the appointment. It's very, very easy. And get seen by a professional.
Yeah, and there's hope for you, you
Yes,
know?
absolutely.
There absolutely is. Nick, thank you so much.
Yes.
ApexSkin.com for more information.
Yes.
And again, to set up those appointments. And I love that you said there are tons of locations.
Yes.
So you guys make it really, really easy.
We do.
All right, Nick, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back on CLE Weekend.